Vertigo, a rematch here. 9 closed it 16-13 last time in similar circumstances, but Bad News Eagles out for a spot of revenge. And revenge is a dish best served by Eagles. That's how the saying goes.
I think you're right. Early A start. Look at all these players. There's actually a mid lurk, and bNE.sinnopsyy is in for a bad time. There's everybody here. And he's screaming at his teammates. Guys, they all crept to bay, and they're on the bomb site.
Wow, they're actually fighting the bomb forward. That could be a bit of a mistake here. GXX gets a kill, but they have to get that bomb back. They haven't. Oh, no. Alan, this has gone horribly wrong. It's still a 3v2. Never mind, make that 3v1. Very recoverable. This should have never been close. Rygon has a chance to put this away. He has a chance to take control. He won't seize it. All right, 9 get away with murder there because they should have been the victims.
Yeah, I know. I call that the so yeah, this is the Movistar pistol. But they came up with it like a year ago, where you go through the left side smoke on default. It's pretty mad, and I've never seen the bomb go through before. So that is a new variation.
Yeah,
we call this the 9 pistol. The 9 pistol.
I just don't like the bomb. I just don't like the bomb doing it. Oh, all right. That's a nice start to this one. It's a force buy-in for the Bad News Eagles. They do like a cheeky force. At least early results not so encouraging for them. Kay's got 1.5 kills. And Kylar gonna be waiting. Can't catch GXX here. He can. All right. Down to 2. 2v5. This one looking kind of clean for 9.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Both on A on the CD side. Might as well go for safety in numbers. But those numbers are gone. They're dead. They're on the ground. The heat, the life force is leaving their bodies. And Adul Scenari go to the great pool in the sky. Odin's lair. Or whatever it is in the Viking mythology.
Valhalla.
Something like that, isn't it? Valhalla. Odin's there, surely.
Sorry, wait, what was that?
Odin is presiding, presumably, over this hall.
He presides over Valhalla, which is literally like a dope meat hall in the sky. You can fight all day in glorious battle, get revived at night even if you've been killed, drink and eat your fill, and then do it all again the next day. The Viking vision of paradise. Basically infinite respawns. It's kind of dope.
Do they be COD fans?
Yeah, no, definitely. Not Counter-Strike fans. Just an infinite deathmatch. Although you only do respawn once a day, so maybe each day's like a round. Maybe they are CS fans.
We'll have to interview some.
You want to interview the Norse spirits of the afterlife?
Well, I was thinking more just experts in...
We did just leave Stockholm, so I think if we had died in battle while we were there, we would have been welcome to Valhalla.
Especially after eating those meatballs, you know. And the reindeer.
Meatballs for the people. And reindeer.
The reindeer guaranteed our progression.
I was on a Nordic culinary journey this last go-around. Had some serious time. Got to enjoy some of the delights. Question is, will they enjoy this Galil? Answer is maybe. bNE.sinnopsyy gets himself another kill. They're going to back away, just trying to keep this rifle alive, trying to keep it going to the next round. That's a nice find. Round was never in doubt.
Did you ever hear the story about how me, Parla, and Maui met modern-day Viking reenactors?
I think you did tell me that story.
But I should have asked them.
You should have asked them.
They would have known.
They would know. What's a modern day? Do they do a modern day reenactment of Valhalla if you die in reenacted battle?
I don't know. I don't. I assume they just do the field battles or whatever. I'm not sure how technical it gets. Maybe they do a siege. You know. Maybe they. Yeah.
Maybe it's like when you get eliminated. Like if you get hit by a foam arrow or whatnot, then you go to a different tent, which is the Valhalla tent.
Yes. I mean, I can guarantee you there's almost certainly something in their reenactment that is Valhalla. Or Valhalla related.
And you know who carries the souls up from battle into Valhalla is the Valkyries.
Yes.
Astride winged horses. It's pretty gnarly. Norse mythology is kind of sick. Sparrow has been tagged. Not fragged, but tagged. Don't think that smoke did what he wanted it to. So this extended engagement towards the A ramp will continues a bit longer. 9. They got some presence very deep in towards mid and Goofy just to watch to see if a push comes through. But really, I mean, they're not even postured towards the B steps. They don't have any real information. And likewise, the Bad News Eagles haven't really seen anything to tip them off.
We've got too many nades here. 50 seconds. Here comes that retake molly. As A is reclaimed, but there's no real lurker here, so any B push, any mid push from that CD side will pay massive dividends.
30 seconds. They're just going to go for the ramp fight. Synopsy could absolutely ruin this. Timing will be everything. 25 seconds. Bombs postured up. Bodies are here. 3, a 4th even floating on in. 9. Their patience here may be costing. Utility's going to start to sail out. And a couple quick kills. All right. You leave it till late. You got to get the kills, and they're doing exactly that. One after another. The Bad News Eagles are shot out of the sky. The bomb will transition to plant, and with Juanflatroo eliminated, Scenarii has to save. There's no option.
Bad News Eagles there were 1 second too late on that flash to swing into the short side, the Ivy side. Players are just up in front. And it didn't work whatsoever. Synopsy hits the deck. And from there, bomb site is swarmed. So, yeah, 9. All the eggs are in the A basket. Bad News Eagles didn't have the information to punish that. And 9 just had all the numbers on site, on location. Find the entries. Make it look a little bit easy. 4 players alive. 4-0 on the scoreline. And this has been very flat so far from bNE, of course. Only the one going around in the pistol really to speak of, but 9's having a pretty easy go of this so far.
For a team like the Bad News Eagles, where a lot of it comes down to individual engagements and kills, having 5 kills through 4 rounds is not exactly encouraging. Lots of time, though. Lots of time to start to crack through, get the juices flowing, get the mead poured. Still stuck on Valhalla here.
Indeed. We also we met we met the Viking reenactors in Katowice in Poland. So I do wonder if it's very common and whether any of the 9 players themselves participate. Maybe send warm up their scrims, real life.
This is a nice start for 9 once again. 2 players already found.
Am I the only person that started saying skull? You know what I mean? The like the cheers word.
Skull?
Yeah.
Skull.
Does anybody else say it after watching Vikings now? Is it just me?
I haven't watched the Vikings, but I do enjoy skull as a way, you know, that's for my, that's the Swedish cross-pollination here. Oh, Rygum cracks his goose egg. Insta-traded, so nothing to really build on here. There's a rifle still on Scenarii. They are committed here. Scenarii going to connect. That drops the bomb. Ooh, the fast and loose approach to C4 control. We'll be causing problems here unless Sparrow and Kylar just kill everybody. Interesting to me that Kylar's sticking on the A1S. He knows what's up.
Why not?
A1S better.
Well, if you're playing ramp and you're spamming the smokes, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
You know, when we were in Stockholm the first week, I had some homemade mead from, I think, Tommy is, I believe, his name. Excuse me if I'm butchering that because I have a terrible memory for names. But he had some homemade mead that was delicious.
Who is Tommy?
He, you would recognize him. I'm not actually sure whether he was working on Rotterdam, but he does He's, you know, the like main office in there.
Yes.
He's set up there doing, I think, post-prod stuff. I forget exactly.
And he has. Did you drink it out of a horn?
No.
Oh,
Little
okay, that's
little
cheating.
paper cup.
No, that's cheating.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the full experience, but it was delicious.
Should either have it out of a horn or directly from whatever container it came in.
It was flavored with cinnamon and orange and one other thing that I'm forgetting, but it was very good. You know what's not very good? It's DCs. It's not very good at all. We've got someone DC'd over from the 9 side. Hopefully, that'll be resolved quickly here, because I'm sure 9 don't want to lose any momentum. They are off to a really hot start.
They're enjoying themselves. I have to say, in terms of crazy mythology, I think the Greeks have it on the Nords.
Dude, the Nords have some pretty wild stuff.
The Greeks have. I mean, the Greeks is like
also got some wild stuff. All right, so here's my favorite Norse myth, because it is just out there, right? So Valhalla, people, the gods were all drinking and chilling in Valhalla. This guy shows up out front with a big draft horse and says, "I see you don't have a wall around the meat hall. I could build you a wall for the and they say, well, we don't have a wall. We would like a wall. How much for the wall?" And he says, "I want Freya, the goddess of beauties, hand in marriage to build the wall." Gods say, "That's ridiculous. This is completely unreasonable. Absolutely preposterous. No way. No how. No deal." Loki says, "Hang on. Chill out. Let's think about this. What if we say that you can have Freya's hand in marriage if you can build this wall in 30 days? A whole wall all the way around, you know, X feet high. Build it in 30 days. He's thinking, this is impossible. This guy is just some dude. There's no world where he can build the wall within 30 days. So we'll just get a free wall, or most of a wall, for free. And the gods are like, "What are you doing? Like, you can't do this." And he says, "Don't worry about it. I'm a trickster. There's no world where he gets this wall built. There's no world where we have to pay and send Freya away." So the gods are like, "Okay, we're trusting you, Loki." Bad idea, first of all. Turns out, the guy is not a human. He's a frost giant in disguise, and he has supernatural strength. And his horse also has supernatural strength. And using his horse to haul stones from the quarry, he is building this wall so dang quick. So the gods are starting to get nervous, starting to get towards the end of the bet length, and he is just, this wall's almost done. This wall's almost done. And they're starting to lean on Loki and saying, "Look, dude, we're not giving Freya away here. You've committed us to something that we're in a lot of trouble for. This is not a good situation." So what does Loki do? Realizing he's in hot water, I think he gets threatened with some nice things if this doesn't pan out the way he said it was going to. He transforms himself into the form of a female horse, of a mare, and lures this guy's draft horse away into the night. So then, when the guy in the morning discovers his horse is gone and he won't be able to complete the wall, he throws a huge fit. That's where he reveals that he's a frost giant, and I think Thor kills him. That's how most myths end. Anyways, Loki doesn't appear for months. Until one day he shows up leading an 8-legged horse as a gift for Odin to let him back into the meat hall. That horse, named Sleipnir, is now Odin's mount. He rides it across the sky. But the implication here is that Loki literally seduced a horse and carried a foal to term and gave birth to an 8-legged horse to keep a giant from finishing building a wall.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need more. Oh my lord, that smoke.
Goodbye, smoke.
Oh my god. It's
might need a Sleipnir to go retrieve that.
Yeah, that's going to the stratosphere. That has not gone to plan. And actually, it's kind of a big deal. We've only got 2 nades left on the CD side, and that one would have been very nice.
Sparrow gets the first. This is going to drag a player off of mid at the worst time. GXX rotates. Scenari's alone. But he's only seen the one, and actually this brings GXX back into the angle. This could be a little rough. Bombs in mid. This could be tricky. Flatroo gone, and a nice boost up takes care of the Alper. Now they got their pick of sights. They know they've weakened up this A presence. Sparrow's gonna find out it's not as weak as they thought. Oh my goodness, CSNopsyy might be making this around. They know where he is. They're gonna plant. They're comfortable with it, but CSNopsyy taking them out of play. It's gonna come down to the 1v1. Kylar has 1 HP. 1 HP, and he has no idea where Scenari's moving from, and he still has to plant. 10 seconds. Scenario taking his time with this one. He'll have been informed of just about how much damage has been done. How does Kyler want to play it? He wants to die. So there's going to be Bad News Eagles getting around on the board. It's only one player surviving. That one was desperate. It was a 4v2 that they managed to drag back, though, Alan.
Yeah, that was fortunate. That one player in towards A. Getting a couple frags, and whilst Synopsy had a great round, whilst it was, you know, a good retake in the end, whilst it was better Counter-Strike, it still shows a lot of the weaknesses. Losing opening picks, that hilarious smoke actually caused a lot of problems, as those 3A players are expecting something to be locking down the ramp and just pulls them all over the place. So, as you can see here again on Synopsy, bit of luck involved. They just don't clear it. Maybe 9 could be a tad more clinical, but my point is I don't think you can rely on winning rounds like this, and they need to sort out these opening picks, because every single time it goes the way of 9.
Oh, it's K instead. I was going to say Sparrow looking for an opener, but all right. K gets started early. Synopsy trying for that push down the bottom of A ramp. A have not had any success in these opening picks. Bad News Eagles have been getting rebuffed at every turn. They're losing bodies around that A fight. They're losing bodies in the mid. They're losing bodies on B steps. This has been, I mean, kind of ideal for 9. Even the round they lose, right? They shouldn't have. It should have been no business. They were controlling it from the get-go. They got the opening picks. They just kept stacking on kills. So something has to change here with the way the Bad News Eagles are playing. They're super isolated. Everybody's on an island. There's a player cement, there's a player side hall, there's a player mid, and Scenario's going looking towards B. So he will catch a kill, but he is now full white. Oh, fortunate not to get caught, but I can't imagine he lives. Another kill for Scenario. He knew he was done for, had to get the damage, but K follows it up immediately with a ripper of a shot. And all of Scenario's work, it may be for naught. This frankly should already be a save.
These two smokes should you know, hold up the CT side. I'm surprised Regon's even in the vicinity. GXX got no interest himself. And wow, what a shot. Key is the hero of this round. At entry again on A, it's a bit of a catastrophe across the board for Bad News Eagles. And there's is also the case of, yes, 9 made mistakes perhaps to lose the round in the previous, but if you're going to lose a round, to lose it in a one-on-one with the bomb plant down, that's so good for the T side. That's his money. It's so far from growing. And all they've got is this AWP now. It's the only option in this round. They could buy, GXS could drop a rifle, but I think that would be too much. It would be too much. Gonna have to eco.
I don't think I've ever seen such a limp start for the Bad News Eagles. I mean, at times the players look like they're almost going through the motions. Like the lower A push, there's no utility behind it, so it's just instantly killed. Rygon going through the smoke there in the post plant. I don't know. There's none of the explosiveness that we really expect for this Bad News Eagles team. They are getting pretty outplayed.
I think if this gets much worse, we've also got to start noticing like a lack of pauses and just slowing this down and talking, because they have played very similar Counter-Strike every round and it hasn't worked.
Rygon has a chance here. Deagle can't connect. He's getting hemmed in around the die. He's clocked. And there we go. Juanflatroo. Juanflatroo gets to do something. And it's over. Time to save the op. Time to save the op, GXX. He's really gonna fight this. Really gonna fight this. And it works for a moment.
Breaks applied for a few seconds as they just get this nadage down. They're a bit nervous that GXX is around, but he isn't. He's on the ultimate save train in T-spawn, so bomb will get planted soon. And I would very much like to see a pause, I think, before the next gun round.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I think A especially is, we just keep swinging from short, we keep swinging from ramp, and just dying over the top of the ramp smoke every single round. Something's gotta change.
I almost would like to see like a I mean, maybe just a retake setup, and then you go for aggression down B steps. There hasn't been much contention from 9 on the B steps, at least early into rounds. There's got to be something different here, because yeah, this is uninspiring.
Playing without A is actually something, well, towards the end of my tenure on Endpoint, that we really started implementing, and it's a very legitimate way to play Vertigo that very few teams do, and it's such a useful weapon to have in your arsenal to just say A is not working whatsoever, and be comfortable playing into mid, playing into B, and then knowing how to react to what's happening on A. So I don't know if bNE Eagles have any of those sort of setups, but I think now would be a nice time to look elsewhere on the map.
So 8 rounds done. There are 16 kills for the bNE Eagles in sum total. 2 kills a round. Not the standard we expect from this squad. Once again, looking for the A ramp fight. K's gained a ton of space. Are they gonna realize he's so far up? Watching for the possibility, but timing! He is gonna get one traded, fortunately, but that could have been bad. Sinnopsyy taking out the nade at exactly the wrong moment. Still a 1-for-1. It's going to soften up the A presence. It's going to force them in towards the fight. And the response from 9 seems to be to test their luck towards the B steps.
No, they know where GXX is, so makes it all the easier to contact in for B. Molly goes down on wood. These players are starting to group. Actually going a little bit slower. Flash is going to come over from Minio. And maybe they're going to split this. We've got 2 linking up in mid. But it feels like they've lost their punch. They've lost their timing, their window, from when they initially made that call to go B, because now the rotates have come.
Have indeed. Juanflatroo has a chance to just shut this down, and GXX even close up. Scenario's with him. Here comes the check over. GXX, teammate safe. Juanflatroo eliminated. A 2v3, it's not done yet. 40 seconds, plenty of time as well, and Sparrow's made his way up and on towards the site. Slow it down. Rygon on the flank. He'll get activated at some point, but he's waiting, he's patient, and that's going to lead to one more teammate being whittled away. Yeah, with his position in mid. Is GXX going around? Okay. Timing? Timing going to be everything. Ah, he doesn't commit to the backstab. He doesn't commit to the wraparound. That would have been tough to deal with, but speaking of tough to deal with, they're not looking for Rygon. That's going to be a good kill. All on a Minio now. Yeah, he's given his position away. He's revealed his presence. He still gets the kill. And now the bomb to play off of. No smoke to block it. Rygon can't close this fight. But he will force him out. Molotov in. Minio didn't feel comfortable on the swing, so Rygon will get a second round on the board here for the bNE Eagles.
It's taking them everything to win these rounds. Absolutely everything is thrown at the mix. 9, even when they're at a deficit, are still getting the bomb down, still getting it to one-on-ones. This half has just been brutal for bNE Eagles. And yeah, we were mentioning there, 9, they kind of heavily contest A. They show a lot of presence. There's a trade that happens. They make an instant call to say, we know where GXX is. We know where numbers are. There can't be many left on B. And I was so surprised how slow they were going. And then they molly wood and they take their time and they decide to split it. It's, you know, if you're going to make a decisive call, you got to go. And they just let bNE Eagles get that A control. And get the numbers over. Too easy for them once they have the players on location.
There's some voice line from a game at some point. That's just too easy. Oh, no, it's Sonic. That's what it is. That's what it is. As soon as I said it, my brain immediately repeated the way it was. It's Sonic Adventure 2. Just Sonic saying, too easy for me.
Need to save that for the next Nixacast.
There you go.
I tried so hard to crowbar in some hedgehog
references.
jokes. Yeah.
It's easier to do on the cast. We were on the desk. Trickier to do.
I was trying. I was thinking, you
in.
know, if he plays well, you could make a joke about him being, you know, spiky and prickly. You don't want to go near him. But there's no opportunity. They just lost.
No, if anything, their opponents were the speedsters in those matchups. Opening pick for bNE Eagles. This is, I think, the first time that's happened this map. Maybe the pistol round. So that's nice. Nice find. Juanflatroo under pressure. Flashes are good, but they need to move. 9 stalling out a little bit. Oh, the wrong moment. And JuanFlatroo, take full advantage of it. Has to contend with one here. Kylar is at least making it expensive. And expensive is good.
He must have DC'd.
K must have DC'd, yeah. Okay. Well, shoot. Right now, Bad News Eagles are so confused. It stinks. And he doesn't even disconnect before the end of the round, so he won't get the loss bonus from it. Theoretically, I guess his gun makes its way through. But I think we're getting a pause here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it would have made a difference. They had the 2 players there on B. It was well defended, and JuanFlatroo, a couple good frags. So I'm not sure it would have teetered the round totally, but it would have been undeniably frustrating if you're on 9. You had such a good half. The rounds you're losing are so unbelievably laboured from Bad News Eagles. That you just feel like if we just win another, they're back on pistols, and we're easily in double digits. So that'll put the brakes on for a moment. Hope for the speedy reconnect. And yeah. 9 surely are the story, though, this season. They came so close as well just to making playoffs anyway. They had so many good performances in groups, they just couldn't get over Forza on that last hurdle. Of course, they get bumped up. Forza make changes. It surprises me a bit that Forza doesn't just wait until after this, a week later, and then make the changes, but their own prerogative. That gets us 9 into playoffs, and they beat Bad News Eagles in the first matchup. Go forward, lose to Blue Jays, fall down, beat Heat, who for me would have been probably the favourites to win the whole thing. And yeah, 3 matches away. 3 matches away from what would be a monster result.
We do seem to have gotten K back. So it's all good. It's all good. Apparently a PC crash is basically what's going on here. So, bummer.
Beautiful. We're back. We're not goofing around anymore.
Just a little decade-old game. Crashes sometimes. Happen. Source 2 will fix that. Faster play. All right. 9 picking up the pace, picking up the tempo. They've been stalling out in the last few. They don't want to do it here. They've already established some presence out towards Ram. There's relatively light defense here, and Rygon's done means that Synopsyy has to go ham. Eventually does find that kill. Bit labored, though. Sets up the trade. And now, with a man advantage, 9 slow things down. Surprised they didn't just keep up the pace, but they're setting up the util. They're going to try and execute off this. Smoke curtains now up on Quattro. Can't really do much about this. They're holding the bomb in reserve, but eventually it'll presumably make its way over to be planted.
Double nades, double nades. And, oh, it's a default plant. Here they come. Oh,
Boy!
My God.
A twofer! K has to try and recover. Playing tracer fire through the smoke. K, he's done for. Oh, and that's why teams don't plant default anymore.
That is devastating. Wow. I mean, in a sense, 9 did nothing wrong. They just... I think they should have gone here. As soon as they get the kill on that player, just go. Just swing, probably. Swing up. Maybe they're a bit scared of GXX being around. But yeah. Also, tapping the bomb's an option. That's often a good thing to do when you know still fairly early in the round. Players can have nades. So, even if it's not a nade, it's a molly. So... yeah, learning the hard way, I think, there.
Well, that's interesting. K's gotten himself a kill. Still man advantage in K being so very low, but an extra gun does get picked up. He's going to stick on the D here, try and set up his teammates. He's also got the util, so he can be a bit of the support man. That does require him not just dying on his first face with 2 rifles. And they're gonna swing to death.
Alrighty. Fairly swift recovery for the Eagles after what was a monstrously flat start. course, this one was more of the saved AK, bit of a half buy, so more moral victories than anything else against these ecoing players. But now we're back on the buy. And I'm interested to see what 9 chooses to go for. Of course, that fast ramp round, I mean, it worked. Couldn't really have gone any better, taking that control, getting 2 frags. But this time they put the brakes on, much more of a slower approach to the A ramp. Oh, Molly missed.
This has sort of been the hallmark. Yeah, Molly missed ain't ideal. Riot Gun's going to be able to peek behind it. The question is, do they trust that Molotov? Well, they're not even going to test it, so apparently not too much. B-step seems to be the answer, and look at the read for the Bad News Eagles. Having seen nothing A-ramp to this point in the round, they seem to have a pretty good idea. This has been the pace for 9. They've gotten a little predictable here. If you're not getting the early fight to establish at least a foothold on towards A, it's probably nice nade, nice spam. Now you get confirmation off of that kill. Player up on the danger panel. Well, think you know where everybody else is. Scenario going to start to capitalize. Smoke provides some cover. Scenario burning is dropped. Still an advantage for the Bad News Eagles, and with health considered as well, with control of mid. This is such a prime defensive position, and JuanFlatroo is going to turn into some more kills. Oh, he's going for more even. Deleted. Nice shot from Goofy, but no more smokes. Means getting past this off is going to be a bit of a nightmare.
He's super exposed on his left-hand side. If anybody can get there. Goofy finds one. Still has that bomb. And any utility here would be so useful. They're just going to swarm him. Why not? Why not? He has the plant. That was a cheeky one. But you're never dealing with both of those players. So good, fast reaction from Bad News Eagles. And as mentioned, it's been a little bit easy for them. The A, they throw those... You know, that the molly on the Ivy is meant to help them sell a fake or whatever and make it feel like there's presence A, but doesn't fool Bad News Eagles whatsoever. They never move out of the 2B. And what's that on the ground? What's that on the ground? Is that an M249?
An M249? Who spent it? 75.50 coming through from GXX. But that could just be the op. Did he die in the last round? He did.
It's there at the bottom, below Sparrow.
Oh, it is. That's a lot of money burned. How do you miss by an M249? Someone pick it up. It's actually a great
science
gun.
can't answer. But I think they already had 5 guns, and then they just bought it.
I mean, they're cowards for not playing with it. M249 OP.
You should actually leave it in, like, A heaven. And then just spray through the smokes. And how's the key here? What's going on?
That's a good question. Ryan's going to be all right for it. Never mind. What?
There's no one else on A.
You know how
There's no one else here.
You know what would have been different? If he had an M249, he would have won that fight. I'll tell you that much. This round could be really bad now.
There's someone who just smoked off the map.
That's unfortunate. You don't have a lot of spares. It's getting real goofy here, and well, Goofy's got the last smoke, so that one better be good. I don't know if you really want to play a default based on how the nades went last time, but this time they've only got one Ishi, and Kate just keeps killing people. He can't keep getting away with this. He's got no health. He's just got a Mac 10. How is Key individually just flipping this round on its head? And when you buy an M249, now you might actually have to save into the last. That kill should confirm it. 2v4, a flank on. Tyler putting this one to bed. Scenario has to run and run and run. This was a round 9 had no business in. But sloppiness, miscues, misspot M249s now means that not just this round will be costly, but the next they'll be broke, Alan.
Did they lose track of the money? Of course, we can't know by hearing the comms, but it just feels like knowing a low buy was on the cards. Why'd you play one player sandbags on A and just leave the short side open? What a tremendous gamble. I mean, still heroics from Key. That first kill, we should never have won that duel.
No.
Never in a million years with a Mac 10. And then how does he get a second? I mean, he's on 10 HP or something.
Yep.
At range, Mac 10. Oh,
And now, I mean, you
he's
get
a
an
god.
8th round, your T side. This is already a phenomenal T side. Considering the hot start, maybe they would have wanted more, but if they come out of this with a 6-9 lead, it'd be massive. That'd be huge. And, well, Scenario's not going to be able to deny it this time. And JuanFlatroo is looking at that rifle down below him thinking, if only I just had longer arms. They're going to try and recover it. GXX doing damage. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh for 9. They know there's still presence. 2 players here. It's going to prompt them further up the A ramp, but there's plenty of defenders. Well, 1 fewer. Recoverable. Even if the initial engagement towards the B steps has gone awry, GXX having it off is going to make your life so much more difficult.
Re-smokes come in. This fight is big. And they win it. Re-gone down. GXX wants to fight. Look at this.
Oh, it's so blind. Trying to make the hero play, and now the hero, well, has to be JuanFlatroo. Not going to happen. 6-9 is the scoreline. Nice. At the half. Ah, well, here we go. A nice lead for 9 as we head into half number 2 here, Alan.
No, we're happy. Very happy. What do we got here? B split. 3 mid, 2B. Kylar. 2B called upon. Holding the boost there for now. Did he spot that play on the jiggle peek? I think he might have. Flash is ready to go. Minio. Come off the window bit actually for now. Nade's ready to be sprung. This is a little bit disjointed. I think Bad Days Eagles are in 2 minds about whether to go, and the decision comes in. Minio forced off the angle. Nades are good, though. And now they're bottled in. They're so trapped here in mid.
Ooh. Oh, they're changing it up. They're changing the script. They're flipping it. Minio. Oh, that's a big kill. That's a big kill. That keeps this round in contention. They still have to deal with Synopsy on the opposite side of the map. That just keeps Kylar dealt with, occupied. Carly needs to not die, mostly because he has the kit. Also, shooting back is helpful. GXX, this is a nice spot. He does. Must have spotted the player, but that is going to drop the kit. Now, Minio, I mean, time pressure, 3v1, just not looking like a very viable situation. He knows whichever way he looks, he's going to get popped from the other. So here's the bad news. Eagles starting off well.
Synopsy just found 2 kills there on B within half a second. It looked pretty good for 9. I think they had a man advantage, and all those T players are in mid, which isn't a lot of fun. You're penned in and surrounded. And Synopsy just kills 2 players instantly on B and completely flummoxes the CT side. So, yeah, unfortunately, couldn't quite catch them. But Synopsy's the hero of that round, and 9 have said, we're not going to force. We like our position. We want to get rifles out as early as possible. So it's the USPs. The USPs across the board. Minus Sparrow.
USPs sounds like a particular snake, right? Like an asp. It's an USP. Watch out, it'll sting you. Bite ya.
There must be a USP skin that looks like a snake.
I mean, there's the death rattle for the Glock. I actually don't know. Isn't there one that has like reptilian eyes on it or something? Synopsy's killed 3. He doesn't like snakes. You like snakes. You like reptiles, Alan.
I'm indifferent. I don't really care about them.
But they don't freak
I'd
you out.
rather they weren't running all over me. But I mean, in Cyprus you get a lot of white lizards, and they're just there. They don't really do anything. They don't like humans that much. They just play dead on the wall when you're around. And then snakes. I don't think I've ever really seen a snake outside of a zoo.
Really? I lived in Vietnam for a time.
I don't think
made some
ever.
nice snakes there. One time, so in the house we had in Vietnam, we had a pool. And then my brother goes out to go swimming in the pool, and there's just like an 8-foot viper swimming across our pool. Needless to say, he turned around. Speaking of being turned around, Kylar gonna try and turn around a whole lot of players here in a moment. He's got some support. Goofy set up for it, and actually they succeeded. One single HE was enough to persuade this push that actually B is not where they wanted to go. Back to the A ramp.
So my granddad used to have gun dogs in Cyprus.
Okay.
He used to be like.
Was his name also Alan Hender? Because I think there's a gun dog guy.
Stelios is Greek for Michael, which is why my middle name is Michael. It should be Stelios, really, my middle name.
Stelios is Greek for Michael, really?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, as is Michelangelo. There's about 100 Michelelis or something like that as well. There's about 10 versions.
Well, there's 2 kills for Juanflatroo. Okay, we'll keep that close though. That would have been a huge kill. It'll be traded. There's not a bomb planted just yet. It's a 2v2. This is spicy, but look at the position for GXX. He's going to say, Scenario, just chill. 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 I got you. Karlar, meanwhile, was also saying, chill. I got you. He might still. Does he realize GXX's position? Doesn't seem to. Doesn't seem to have an idea. Should know it's a possibility. GXX, he has the Molotov. That would be cool, but better to have the element of surprise here, and he knows it. Go for a smoke. He spammed to reveal his position. Kylar wanting to go through. There's going to be the tap. Now GXX, he has to spam. Eventually, he knows it. Now the position's revealed. Kylar knows. It's gone to the sidearm. Can't find the kill. Doesn't have the time. Won't have the round.
Beautiful. Now we've got some downs. So I can finish the story.
Stelios' gun dog, yes.
Yes, he has those 2 dogs. And me and my sister used to sit in the back of the pickup truck on like plastic chairs with the dogs. Also in the back. Anyway, one of them got bitten by a snake. Bringing this full circle. I don't remember the specifics. I think my granddad might have shot the dog to relieve it from the pain.
Old yellow dip. Well, that's sad.
Moral of the story is don't muck about with snakes.
Don't muck about with snakes. That is good advice. Snakes are a bad time if they bite you. They can be pretty cool though sometimes. constrictors are interesting. They just feel like... So, one of my cousins had a ball python, I think, for a while. And they just feel so, like, alien to handle. It's very interesting.
How long?
By the end of it, I'm trying to think of how long. The python was named Monty, because of course. I'm trying to remember how large Monty got by the end. I don't think she don't have Monty. She must have gone to somebody else. She does not have the python anymore, and they live quite a while. I know at one point she just lost the snake and couldn't find him for like a couple of months until she realized that he was hibernating or wrapped up under their water heater.
Nice. Hopefully shedding skin everywhere as well.
Because I mean, snakes can just sort of turn their metabolism kind of virtually off. Especially if they have a heat source.
Because they lose almost no body heat.
If they're not doing any, I mean, they don't heat themselves, right? They're cold-blooded. Yeah. So if they have a heat source, they're not doing anything. They're not really expending any energy. This round, gonna be a critical one. 9 not able to get their teeth sunk into the second half. An opening pick here. It's a nice find. K was very impactful in the first. His kills aren't eye-popping, but I think he's had a couple DCs, so I'm not actually sure if his kill stats are accurate, but he's been good. Not much I can say. This round he's taken out with just 1. Kylar with the player up on danger panel. Is Juanflatroo actually gonna go for this?
Ooh.
Ragon getting a kill elsewhere. That might pull them.
Yeah, they're still 2B. I think it's the bad read. Oh, my lord. The timing. Goofy looks away. Kylar's not ready for the peak. And now Goofy's in so much trouble. He does find a second traders there, though. And that kill on A happened almost simultaneously, so... what a recovery by Bad News Eagles. And, yeah, that A lurk just did so much damage. It looked like it was going to be perfect with 9 holding 2 on B. But 10th of a second. Too early, they start moving. So was this python?
Okay.
Is it actually big enough to kill someone?
Was this one Monty? No. Monty would like wrap around your arms, maybe your shoulders by the time he was super big, but he didn't get like massive. Theoretically, I think they just kind of keep growing. I don't actually know what maximum life expectancy is for a python, but some of them will be, can eat a deer type of situation. Monty was not there. Monty was eating mice and
what
rats,
do they eat? Yeah, do they eat? How do you
rodents,
feed
yeah.
them?
Well, you can feed them live. And let them hunt, but that's riskier because especially with domestic pythons, sometimes they're just bad and they get damaged up as a result of it. Sometimes they're not the most apt of hunters. Or you feed them so they call them pinkies, or like rat babies, like frozen rats. There's a few other things. Once you get the really massive ones, I mean, I've seen a video of a python being fed a whole rabbit. It gets pretty gnarly. So
you wouldn't take your python and its feeding regime to a vegan convention?
No, I don't think they can. I don't think they can. Somehow this has turned into a 3-on-3. This is getting very close. Risky as well. That bomb needs to be picked up, and GXX knows he needs to get with the pack. If he gets dropped in mid, this round could have gotten catastrophic. But we're talking snakes. They're going down ladders. That seems like some space may be found here towards A. Minio's on the angle, though. Minio's on the case. Util coming over. We'll take Minio down to half, but with the Deeg, it's all about the headshots, baby. It's all about them headshots.
Ooh, the flank. Okay. Well, we've got 2 on location and an early flank. This is deadly.
Yeah, this could get weird. This could be on. Yeah, losing Minio early is unfortunate. K with the rifle. Can't deny the bomb plant. Now with that ticking away, yeah, Kylar's dealt with on the flank at this point. The AK should probably be saved. Oh, so tempted to get that last kill. Almost gets it. Now it's a question of survival. Because CSNopsyy be hunt. They know they got him hemmed in. CSNopsy's just watching for it. There's the peek. There's the kill for K, and here we go. Unless.
Beautiful. Fairly good damage, given the buy. But yeah, their lead has slipped and slipped a long way out of reach. 6 in a row, I think, for bNE Eagles at the start of this T campaign. So maybe they were in hibernation at the start of that first half. Now they've shed their skin. New look. Slithering their way through. It's looking great for them. What's the call this time? Bombs towards mid. Bit of a default. 3 towards mid. Surely that's going to be taken, and that's a nice entry from bNE. Weren't seeing any of this on the flip side. On their T side, getting any B results. But kill on B, 3 in mid. Just got to be wary of this AWP.
Needing cement. Sparrow about to take contact here. Be the round. Ooh, gets the first. Does he realize Rygon's still tucked to his right? I don't believe so, and that's going to sell out his B-set defender. Kylar had no chance, had no idea. Now Sparrow's caught between a rock and a hard place. Fortunately, the mid-push actually backs away, so I think Sparrow actually gets away with them there. But they know they've got B, so they want the bomb plant above all else. Rygon can only hold this at bay for so long without his teammates. Bomb's going to go down, and how does 9-1 approach this post plant? Couple flashes on Sparrow. He's going to throw them over, try and get his teammates past the first hurdle. An extra round of smokes and mollies, though. You got to wait these. You got to wait these. K has a kit. There's a kit down on site as well, so theoretically they can play with a bit more time, but come on now, this is going to be tough. Flashbang over. Minio goes for the jump. Minio gets one. Trades instant. Round's over. Sparrow still fighting this. Still fighting this. Round's not over. Round is still on. He spots the shadow. He knows he's got Rygon close. But Rygon's just toying with him. Just baiting with him. Just trying to buy time. Trying to buy block. And there's going to be the no-scope. Is there time? Is there enough? Oh, it's going to come right down to the wire here, Alan. I think he's got it just about. There we go for 9.
Bonkers round. Bonkers round. That feels like the first when 9... They're the ones that come out from a terrible position. What a retake in the end. The no-scope to end it. Complete madness. Complete madness. And they get themselves on the board. First round of the CT campaign. They needed that one. Hopefully that will fire up the troops. Inspire some confidence. And we need to see them develop on that. Sparrow, early A start, taking his spawn. Can't see anybody. Takes a pot shot. It shows that AWP resides. So maybe some useful information for bNE Eagles to use across the map. This is a crazy A-stack 4 here.
It is. Really heavy lean. And, I mean, it's a misread.
This could be a catastrophe, yeah.
No one's leaning B. Now, Sparrow's starting to come back. bNE Eagles may have actually missed the window. Because the window, it was wide open. The glass was cracked. The panes were shattered. But now, Niners starting to read this. They're going to be on location at the right time. How's the utility? It's not there. It's 2 flashes. That's all they have remaining on the entire defense side. A swing back in. That's 1 flash well used. Okay, Kylar. Now he's kind of stuck here. Not anyone to get him back out, but Goofy will spray down 2, and all right, this is working. It was looking dire for 9 for a minute there, but instead we've got a 2v5, and these players completely isolated as well. GXX working his way up the A ramp. Doesn't matter. He doesn't have the bomb. Never mind. Towards B. Minimap getting me caught off. But bNE.sinnopsyy finds a kill. Could bNE.sinnopsyy create a window of opportunity here? There's an engagement back in spawn. That works out for K, so it'll just be bNE.sinnopsyy on 10 HP, and with time expiring, this is a T-side save.
If they round the corner, he's dead. Fortunately
Maybe.
for him, yeah, they're not coming. Wow, it feels like all the stopping power has just come out of this T-side. Suddenly, it's 9 that are making the just-in-time rotations. It's 9 that are winning in the clutches. It's not bad news Eagles getting clean entries and making easy mid-round calls anymore. And that money is broken, so we're set for 12 apiece. bNE.sinnopsyy with that saved AK. their only route to doing damage in this round. It might have even spotted it there, so 9 should be put on notice. Watch out for bNE.sinnopsyy. Don't give him too many fights.
It's actually kind of reminiscent of the first half, right? Where we had 9 getting 6 or so rounds to like the 1 of the Bad News Eagles. Now it's the roles are a little reversed. bNE.sinnopsyy burns. He's gone. His gun can be picked up, but his life cannot be recovered. Sparrow, they're going to try and push him off the angle. It'll actually work out. Goofy, if he goes around this corner, this could be bad. But playing off the off, and when Sparrow's that quick, oh, didn't need to swing. Didn't need to swing. Where's the reinforcements? They need the reinforcements now. It's a 1v2. Rygun could do this. He doesn't have armor, so he's going to have to be perfect. He's got no ability to take a prolonged fight, and that'll do him in. Aim punch is brutal. The kills are executed in 9, not up the round total.
They made a good go of that. bNE.sinnopsyy traded, of course, from the Molotov. And I don't think they had a clue play. They must have boosted wood or something and got up that right-hand side. Because they had no idea. Those players tucks in. Goofy dead to right as he tries to peek. So yeah, far from a clean anti-eco. That's deaded the economy so much, and the loss bonus is dwindling thick and fast for that 9 squad. So feels like a very even game right now. Big key round here to determine the direction economically as we start getting to the latter stages of this game. Plenty of players on A. 4 again from 9. I guess they haven't been punished just yet, but they are taking a lot of risks with these leans.
Here. Oh, Rygon gets the spot. He knows what's happened, but doesn't matter. The trap has been laid. They spring it, and they collapse upon these Bad News Eagles players. So, 2 survivors. Where's the bomb? Where is the bomb? Huh? It's got to be down somewhere towards A, right? Alan, where's the bomb?
Give me a second.
Oh, there it is.
There. I was nervous for it. It's just not on the minimap.
Not on the minimap, but it is the middle of A ramp.
It concerned me, Mike, because the only time I've ever seen a bomb go missing happen to us as endpoint on Vertigo.
I had, you know that spot by Inferno, like before you go out to Peak Fountain is a T? There's that little grate that people leave the bomb by.
Yeah, hang on.
Overpass?
Oh, an overpass.
Sorry, I realized I didn't mention that.
I thought you were talking about Inferno. So I'm T side.
Yep.
There's the steps.
Yep. You go up the steps.
And then on the right,
room where ladder empties into, and then you go out.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you know that grate that people like to leave the bomb by?
Yes, I think so.
One time I was playing an open match. We throw the bomb to leave it there. It drops through the floor and out of the map.
That's just sad times.
It was sad times.
What's the call then? Kill everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we got killed because we were not good. But yes, it was a disappointing way.
Rest in peace, Mike. Intermediate dreams.
Those have been rested in peace by my individual skill a long time ago.
It's much easier just to watch other people that are skilled and sit back and relax.
See, the saying about teaching is like those who can't do, teach.
Yeah.
Well, those who can't do, come.
I don't think that's quite the saying, isn't it? Can't remember it. Might have to look it up.
Oh, Goofy. Big kill, seconds as well. Scenario tries to trade it, but Goofy and Kyler are well set up. And that's going to be a good defensive B site. And, well, talk about bomb locations. Time for Rygon to go looking. You got the one rifle here for JuanFlatroo. And he does get something, Rygon as well. There's a trade there, but this is just a one-man advantage. This round, well, they never got back to the bomb. They never got the bomb, Alan. Come on, buddy. You need the bomb on the T side. Come on, guys. Come on.
This has been a flat few rounds. Very flat few rounds. They strung those together so quickly on the T side, and in a bit of a streaky game. Also back and forth, as it's starting to feel like Nine are very comfortable. Getting a little bit nervous about my 2-0 prediction. And this round, going to be important. Must win, I think, for Bad News Eagles. And a heavy B stance is on the cards. They're going to go in front of this utility. The player on wood, flashbang for Kyle to Pete. Didn't spot anybody just yet. And it's even Stevens. As Synopsy hangs around here in B lobby.
Scenary's the canary. And he's dead. Which usually means you need to get out of the coal mine. But apparently Bad News Eagles still want to test their luck. Kyler spotted? He was. Oh, no. The double swing. Nice trade. Smoke's not going to come out soon enough. It's got to be a dead man. No way. He gets something out of this. Damage even is impressive in that spot. Molotov's going to come in to section this out. Bomb plant would be a miracle, but Rygon, his health wasn't there. He burns. So he's done. Now the flank is on. Juanflatroo had no clue. And Synopsy doesn't know which way to turn. Okay, that's the way to turn. Well done, Synopsy. 1v3. The first kill already found. Synopsy. Does he want to molly for the mid-berm? Okay, interesting. Limiting the options, forcing players forward. He's not got the bomb just yet. Now that retrieved. His utility fading, though. 30 seconds on the clock. If he put some time in this, they might think he's rotated off. He's hoping someone goes for a little infleet. But no, they're going to be content to let him plant and play the retake together. Now they got a good read on Synopsy's position. He'll press forward knowing he's got no real there's space!
No!
To the lineup is there! Oh, the timing on the swing! Nobody was looking his way! And that's going to be the Bad News Eagles to find 13.
I don't think 9 did anything wrong in the whole round. I mean, they get this entry off the spam. Teammate tries to help over Kylar. That's goofy. They trade decently. Kylar's a bit stuck and he goes down and just absolute fortune with the
Look,
lineup.
as the CSGO loading tip says, sometimes your opponent is just having a good day. They didn't do anything wrong. They just got. Here's the problem, though. Their economy is gone. So many of these rounds have been down to 2 alive or so that they've never really been able to build up a massive bank on this run back up. And now, if they drop here, may not actually be able to contest from that point.
Hits this time. Allows them to retake without fear of particularly an AWP being in the area. Another molly to push players further back. But it's fairly telegraphed. Got 2 here at the moment. It feels like rotate is set to come because Goofy's playing wide on the B stairs, so tell his teammates not much here. Sparrow's over and now free in defense. This is a tough nut to crack.
Okay, he isn't going to get traded. 2 out of that position is tricky. Rygon be kicking himself for that one, I think. And there's another body to hit the floor. It's starting to fall apart here for the Bad News Eagles. All on one man. Juanflatroo, he's good. I'll find the first, but so many more targets to find. And as soon as Goofy rounds this corner, spots the bomb. Well, he's going to have that kill. Didn't even need to see the bomb. Just needed to see his target. 15 rounds found for 9 at a critical juncture. That was the round they had to win, or it could have gone hurtling out of control. And well, Alan, they deliver.
Look good in this one. Very clean stuff, and of course, key towards shorts. Knows his angles, sits in that smoke when it fades. In a cheeky position. And the trades just weren't there to clean him out. Big frags, and well, not a lot of utility on this T side. Got a couple of AKs in the mix. And they'll have to find entries. Because we haven't got the nadage here to slow this down and have a late execute. And look at this, mid-stack, 2 men in mid. This will be too much to deal with. That is perfect. Goofy finds both. 5 on 3 and 3 pieces of utility. This is impossible.
Starting to feel that way. 16-13 was the exact scoreline last time around these 2 teams met. And it's seeming like it just might be the case that history repeats itself. Scenario up on top. thought he was going to be a dead man there. Stays alive. Boost up on the railing. Yields some fruit, but it's still 2v4, and Scenari is not exactly looking hale and hearty. Woo. All right, don't need health if you can hit one taps like that. Goodbye, Goofy. The flank is developing here. Minio is going the long way around into spawn to make sure he doesn't get caught off. We might need to get a little closer, because right now his teammates are in basically a 2v2 on site. They're not overreacting. They know they just need the round. Sparrow gets caught. All going to be about Minio. Now he's been spotted, and he's not going to get the kill. Scenari putting together 4 massive frags. Could be on for the ace. K trying to close this down. Ace denied, but he's low on health, and he's not going to be able to close it. That was a 2v5? 2v4?
Well, certainly a 3-on-5. That alone is an enormous advantage. Wow, I mean, absolutely. You get these 2 clean entries. There's got every nade in the world, and we're just allowing these fights, peeking scenario one at a time. Oh my lord. You might have just given Bad News Eagles a route right back into this. Money's a disaster for the CD side. There's only 1 rifle in play, maybe a FAMAS on Minio. But you've just gone from a 5-on-3. You know, that's a 90% round you're gonna win in a 5-on-3. And now they've probably got a 20% chance of denying overtime.
Actually insane. Actually insane, the percentage flip in that round. Scenari. Unreal as an individual. If he folds even a little bit in one of those duels, he's dead. He had no health to spare. 9 will be kicking themselves for that one. Let's see if they can redeem their mistake. Heavy presence towards mid. This is a look we haven't really seen. Kylar can't connect with the Deagle. The hand cannon, he's being pushed off, and that's going to be a sight lost, and great positioning for Bad News Eagles. They've already got so much forward ground in the post. There's a fight in spawn, fight in CT spawn, that is. Synopsyy a tight angle, and he'll take out the first, and this could be falling apart. Minio can't win the tight fight, and it looks like we're going to overtime here, Alan. This looked like it was done. This looked like it was over. This looked like it was 9 in full control instead. Now Sparrow has to try and pull back an impossible round. This time, he's got a bomb timer against him, and he won't get past Scenari. What an effort from Scenari. We're going to overtime. Well, we are back. Didn't think we were going to be getting overtime here. It looked like 9 had that one wrapped up with a bow, but Scenari said no. Now,
the 2-0 predictions back on, Mike. I was nervous. I thought it was done. I was ready to cry myself to sleep, but now I'm feeling good.
If you didn't know, folks, Alan's entirety of his self-worth and self-esteem built around correct predictions. It's a tough life for Alan. Oh, spray down coming through. It's a tough life for everybody except GXX. A collapse. 1 bullet, 2 kills, but he needs more. 2 isn't enough. He needs the ace here. Has some time to work with, though. Desperate on some of these up shots. He's dodging. Onto the rifle on it. 13 bullets in the magazine, and a player already wrapped towards the side hall. 1 coming up the ramp. If he backs out, he's a dead man. So it's only forward. Only forward. He must fight, and eventually Kylar will catch it. Prevent another wild individual play from flipping around. That's the round that 9 should have gotten in regulation. Delivered here in OT.
Yeah, we didn't see any of this really They did a lot of 4A, but it wasn't mid-round. It was like they just kind of start 4A and then go off the back of that. This time it was, we see a lot of A pressure. We hear them coming up. Okay, guys, we're just going to fight. We're just going to fight. And they give it to him. Beautiful fraction, Minio. Much needed first round of overtime to set the tone. Here, same again. Fast up ramp from Bad News Eagles and Key. He's ready and waiting. You know exactly how to play against that. Man advantage again. As 9 look brilliant here in overtime.
Frankly, it feels like a continuation of what we had in regulation from them, but for a few hurdles. A few steps. Damage on the A ramp. K wants to get really aggressive on the smoke fade. Play right now to see if someone slipped in. He's gonna take up the spot. This is gonna be interesting. Do they check the corner? They have to. That doesn't matter. K doesn't care. He still gets 2. Position known, completely red, and it doesn't matter. He still makes it happen. Minio follows up, and once again, GXX needs a clutch. Last time, a crazy collat netted him 2. See if he can up his high score. Survey says yes. Perhaps. 1 more needed, and he beats the score. This player down watching ramp. Bombs firmly held. There's not a whole lot that he can possibly do here. And, well, as he goes to retrieve that parcel of C4, Goofy should have him dead to rights. That's what he's watching for. It's what he's waiting for. And there's the execution.
Well, couldn't really be going any better for 9 at this point. Looking so good for them. Self-flash there, just for peek, and he's been a monster. A monster in a lot of these rounds. Okay, well, I think Bad News Eagles, what was it? It was 9-round T-sides for both teams. So, already well past that in terms of percentage terms. Bad News Eagles have to win this round. I think 3 chances is just too many.
Poke. Sparrow's watching for it. Sparrow's watching for it. Sparrow's got it. First one found. Not going to be able to get away from the expect Goofy in the corner. Certainly not. Advantage for 9 as they look to make it a clean sweep here in the first half of OT. Just put this one away. Kylar timing on the peak. He might actually take it off close. Timing might get him. And indeed, Kylar's been dropped. Kill comes on the other side, so they're going to know this is a B play. This is all that remains. It's a 2-on-2. But 9 are going to need to group, and Minio's all the way on the other side of the map. He's going to go for the flanks. So look to pinch back in. Goofy and Minio. Going to play here in the post. Bad News Eagles have a prime chance to put this away. And once again, it's Scenari on the B side. He was the man who got us to this point. Now, do it again in OT. Close. GXX looking for a fight. Minio's got that all on a scenario now. Has to go back to deal with it. Is the trade there? No. He slipped the corner, and time is short. Time is so very short. Smoke gonna go up. Goofy knows he just has to stick it, and he's gonna hop on. He's gonna hop on. The scenario realized he's not on at all. The defuse is there. Scenario cannot deny.
What a disaster. That afterplant felt like it was being played so well from Bad News Eagles, and it just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The retake. 9 are winning every single 50-50 round right now. Oh, that's devastating. And considering how great they looked on that T side in regulation, 3 chances. This would be astonishing if they can't get it over the line.
But the bad news, Eagles, man. Do they have another reserve? They have another gear here? What do they do? What's the look? What's the one round? You can't just run your default, right? You gotta make this happen. You gotta make this happen for your team. What are they gonna do? Looking kind of normie. Looking kind of defaulty. Seems like they disagree with my approach. It's like they can't hear me, Alan.
We need to sort out that. We need direct access. Ooh, super slow stuff. Goofy, oh, that's key actually, has found a bit of space up A. And he's actually calling his teammates over there. 4 here. We've got Goofy in towards ladder in mid. And I don't think GXX has a clue there's this many players close. Gets 1. And I don't think he's been spotted.
No. But now he's going to have reset, right? He's going to be aware of the possibility that player could be approaching up. Rygon's looking for it. Not got the vision yet. They've gained a lot of ground. We saw this in regulation. 9 would sort of take this initial space towards the A ramp and then sometimes stall out. Here comes the swings. They need the kills. 1 for 1 may not be good enough, but K, he's going to double up because of course he is. And now GXX is dealt with. So now it's 3v2. Now the bomb site claim. Now the utility going in deep means that Juanflatroo is pretty isolated here as he tries to deny. He's going to go for the hop up. Might catch K coming off of it, but no, he just reveals his position. Shots fired, and that silencer won't be enough to hide his presence. Juanflatroo has to advance forward, and the clock ever ticking downwards. Utility's gone for Bad News Eagles. They just got to get it done. The maneuvering's great for Key. I don't think they're going to know he's this tight up. They realize he's still stuck in the corner. Juanflatroo's trying to clear the ramp. Trying to set up scenario for the defuse. He will do so. It's all on the Key. In a tough spot, in a tough angle, but he just has to deal with it first. Oh, and he doesn't. He's distracted by the footsteps on top. The defuse will be there just in the nick of time. The Eagles soar once more.
Couldn't have got a great deal closer than that. I think, I forget which player it was. Sparrow died kind of juggling the ramp and the short side, but the other rifler just went down a little bit too easy. All he had to do was jiggle and play for information and activate the player on the site. And they don't play off each other properly, and it cost them the afterplant. Wow. Okay, 2 required. Still a great chance to convert this. But Bad News Eagles' road just went from near on impossible to the realms of doable.
Okay, creeping forward. GXX. Gonna be first contact here. What's the util doing? Oh, it's taking him out of play. Nades just to find that. No chance to pull the trigger here from GXX. He's exterminated. That's unfortunate. He's been a big force for them here towards ramp, finding those early kills, making life difficult for 9. So man down, pressure on, 3-man push down ramp to try and take this space, and they may be finding contact. But 9 way to tick. Smoke comes back. Watcho getting aggressive. That gets caught. That gets punished. And now, this is starting to look a little disastrous. Rygon's the last one left here on the A site. If they just keep advancing forward, this is just too many players for him to deal with. And he's going to slip out to cement. I like this. Certainly they don't molly this again, right? They're mollying it. The presence of mind here to know that he could just take back up the angle. That is great diligence coming through from 9. He was hoping he'd catch them off guard. Now it's just left a scenario 1v5. This one's, well, this one might just be too much to ask. Single HE. Maybe he can take out the bomb planter. On spot chosen, and he's done and dusted. It took some extra rounds here, Alan, but 9 have done it. They've secured the first map of this series.
Pretty incredible stuff in the end. Absolute edge of your seat stuff as we got towards the end of regulation, but overtime was all on the Polish squad. Couldn't really have gone any better. So we're going to take a short break, and then we can talk all about that crazy Vertigo when we come back.